Good morning. It's Monday morning. I am at work now, sitting in the truck waiting for the boss to show up. But I got a story I got to tell you. About a couple years ago, we were doing some work at some low income apartment renovations, and it was a fast paced job, so it was quick. I was there. I had another guy and two helpers. One was like a fourth year helper, one was like a 2 year helper. And these things, when I tell you they were low income, they were cheap, they were shitty, it's no exaggeration. The laundry equipment was in the kitchen next to the stove. So this is where this kind of, you had the stove, the washing machine, the dryer all in a row. And we rewired the kitchen, new circuits and stuff. So we had new stove feed, new dryer feed, all that. 4-wire feeds. So one of the apprentices did the stove and dryer plugs, whatever. So we're there. They go now. There's really, we put the breakers in, get everything going. They're bringing appliances in already. So they put the stove in. They were putting the dryer in, and they bumped the dryer into the stove, and it blasted a hole through the paint into the like it arced out from the stove to the washing machine, because somebody had wired the plug wrong. They were confused about what terminal was what somehow, and they hooked the hot up to the ground on the stove. And because it's a 4-wire, the ground and the neutrals are separated, so it's not going to short out that way. So the casing of the stove was hot, and when they bumped it into the washing machine that was grounded through the plug, it shorted out, went right, and blasted a hole in the corner of the paint of the washer and the stove. Didn't do any damage to the stove, but we sneakily went in there and fixed it and made it go away. But it was just one of those things, like, and this is the reason, like, if you wire things wrong and you don't test your plugs, like I told them to do, they don't test your plugs, and the casing on a machine becomes hot. That's, you stand in a puddle of water or on a grounded surface and somebody touches that thing, they get a zap. God forbid they got a pacemaker or anything in, and somebody dies from it. But this is why you have to be vigilant when it comes to checking your circuits and testing your circuits afterward. Especially those things. Take your test. Because the plug tester doesn't fit in there readily. It's a big issue now. So take your tester, put it in there, wiggle it around, make sure you're right voltages and all that stuff. But that was a funny story about that. Like I said, luckily nobody got hurt, no damage. But you learn. It's good for reinforcement to these apprentices that you have to, at some point, check these things, because somebody could get hurt, somebody could die, somebody's house could burn down if you do that and you don't double check. So always a good habit to double check your circuits. All right, that's it for today. I'll have another story for you soon. See you later. Have a good one.